What is Punjab the Legal Affairs Secretary Iman Singh Kara joining us? Iman Singh will be joining us. Let me go across to Puneet Sahani. Puneet Sahani, I'm going to be joined by someone very controversial in a few minutes from now. Before that, let me go across to Puneet Sahani. He's been extremely active on social media, on the Khalistanis especially. You saw those protests in Delhi and how the Sikh community came out to protest against these elements, Puneet. What do you make of the support that you're seeing?
I don't know, okay, it's fine. Doesn't matter anything. The Khalistanis are doing not because what they see support of what Sikhs have in Delhi or not. You see all the elections, Khalistanis basically lose their security deposit. Even in this election, after all this farmers movement, this Simranjit Singh Man's party got 0.8% vote on an average seat in Punjab. BJP got 2.4%. What it means is, on an average seat in Punjab, the so-called Hindu right-wing BJP party got 3 times more than the Khalistani. So there is no support, but they are doing it. They are criminals. Criminals don't see, okay, far off, what is the popular support or not. Criminals understand deterrent. What cost are you inflicting on this behavior? That's how they are going to change their behavior. You can get all the Delhi, all the Punjab on the street. Nothing matters. I'm sorry to say this, but okay, it's good. I'm also from Delhi. I know we are anti-Khalistani and my family is completely disgusted by what is happening. But this is not going to change by what is happening in UK or Canada till you crack a whip on them.
Yeah, you saw those pictures. You saw those pictures from London. Why do these Khalistanis get a free run, especially in countries like the UK and Canada?
They are criminals, bhai. The thing is, these countries are made on a gentlemanly agreement. When they never imagined that people like Khalistanis, who have basically no ethics and no morals, they can basically infiltrate the system. And, these societies have no tools to actually deal with them. That's another subject. For example, I will say there is a documentary on YouTube called Sikh Politics in Canada by Terry Molesky. It was made in 2007, so about 15 years ago. But it's a timeless documentary. But the thing is, they work, everybody follows the law, and this, and that's why there should be presumption of innocence. And so they don't have people who basically beat women and kill children and take pride in that. The modern democracy with this, the West has nothing, and these Khalistanis have completely infiltrated. So if you want, it will take 20 minutes, but I can explain you each country that their system is completely paralyzed. For example, what you would see is, for example, these Pakistanis. Can you imagine? They are just like 2 or 4%, and what they have done to these British girls. But the state could do nothing because the state doesn't have the tools to do when you have when you face an evil like that. A normal person, which is based on good faith or societies, they are not meant to deal with people like this. It is based on principle of charity and I forgot the name. What was it? You respect each other and you work like this, and then everybody has rights. But if you have between a lawyer and a criminal, lawyer can give all the arguments. The criminal is always going to win.
Yeah. Do you think India should take up this desecration of the tricolour very strongly with the UK? The UK, I mean, you see these goons over there, these Khalistani goons. Most of them, most of them have been captured on camera. You can see their faces. They know their identities. And yet, we are hearing that as of this minute, only one of them has been arrested by the Scotland Yard. And India has bent over backwards for the UK with a free trade agreement. We've been very accommodative, but do you think the government should take this up stronger than before?
Then there is something wrong with you. If the state is doing this and you are bending over backwards, this is Greek wisdom from over 2,000 years ago. What they say is, appeasement is never seen as benevolence to be reciprocated. It's always seen as weakness to be exploited. And this is what Gill Saab was saying. This is no center state, relationship. This is no religious affair. It is basically Jatwad, and you let patriotic judges deal with this, Khalistani criminals. It's basically criminality, and you let the police deal like they're ordinary criminals. What is so hard to understand? Again, and what you say about UK, what you have to do is not some Dimash or something like that. I can explain to you in 2 minutes how Khalistanis have basically gone and killed people in UK who have done nothing, who basically said we oppose Khalistan, or we want peace, or we want Hindu-Sikh brotherhood. For example, there was a name called Rajinder Singh Bhatt. You spell Bhatt as B-A-A-T-H. So I'm sure nobody has ever heard his name, but you Google his name. You will get India Today archive, you will get a report that this guy in 1980s, he killed a religious preacher who was doing nothing, who was just saying Hindus and Sikhs are one and we don't want Khalistan. And then there is a court judgment that we have killed a man for peace, for no reason. And this Rajinder Singh Bhatt, when he was released after 35 years, recently, like last year, all the Khalistanis of UK and Canada were celebrating. What you should do is, because, you can say, okay, like the thing is, you have to explain to these British people and the British government that you have a ticking time bomb here. This is, every person is driven by self-interest. So you have to make the case that these people are not in your self-interest. It's not that, India is hurt or our emotions are hurt or something like that. That this is unmitigated evil. And, like they will eat up your society. They have done nothing like that. This is the case they have to make. I can make it in 5 minutes.
No, you're right. I mean, you said it perfectly there, that they're a time bomb in the UK, Canada, Australia, wherever they're operating from. But my last question to you, Puneet, you've done a lot of research on these Khalistanis. Why do these Khalistanis love Pakistanis, and why does Pakistan and ISI pump in money to these Khalistanis?
There are several. So they are done with this. And what my original research is, and actually now it is becoming very popular because I've explained, and what I've been saying for 1 year, people have even seen that it came out true. Like, actually, so the thing is, when people talk about Khalistan, like, people take it to Bhindranwale and this is Gandhi's mismanagement. Then, like, people take it a bit back, like the Bangladesh war, what do you say, this Bangladesh war happened and, Pakistan war, and all are true, they're this. But my research actually takes it to 1920s pre-partition India. To give you very thinker, for example, Guru Gobind Singh, he's a master of Persian, and he writes a lot of his composition with, Arabic Persian words. He never uses the word Qom. Now, if you go to any Gurdwara, they just use Sikh Qom, Sikh Qom, Sikh Qom, Sikh Qom. He's always saying Sikh Panth. So what this Qom is, basically they picked it up from Muslim League. Like Muslim League was also Do Qawmi Nazariya. Yeah. There's like Qawmi, these are what they're saying. So what I'm saying is the SGPC is basically running on a Pakistan mindset. And you see what Pakistan is doing. See, what China, brutalized the Muslims in their country. But what Pakistan is supporting China, why? Because it's the enemy of India. So it has no original identity. The entire identity is based on hatred of India. It's the same with SGPC. Their entire identity is nothing original, is based on like hatred or schizophrenic hatred of Hindu and denial of that history. So anybody who supports them, it's the Pakistanis, if it's the missionaries, they are going to do that. So they have like nothing positive. It's all a negative way of thinking, and that's what the distraction they have caused. You see what is happening in Punjab. There is there is drug addiction. I think this is an escape because SGPC has cut the spiritual roots. So people are just fleeing wherever they can escape, whether it's in drugs, they escape there, they escape in Canada, or they escape in these missionaries. But everybody wants to flee these people. This is my analysis. This is my perspective. You are free to disagree with.
Puneet Sahani, thank you for speaking to Republic TV this evening. We can have a longer conversation, but because of paucity of time, thanking you there. Puneet Sahani joining us, telling us more about the Khalistanis. Talking about the Khalistanis.